Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
Hi, I'm your everyday Jay, and I just got back in London after 3 weeks spent in South Africa for work, and this video is to tell you why you should go there and why that place is wonderful. I hope you enjoy. Just two things you have to be aware of before we start with this video. The first one is that this video is not about the whole South Africa. South Africa is a huge country and this video is about the Western Cape. The second one is that I love that country, I love that place, so this video will be pretty personal and biased. Just consider that. Landscapes. Landscapes in South Africa are stunningly gorgeous, and here you can see some pictures and videos I took when I was there. And they're not just gorgeous, but the variety is countless. You're going from Cape Town, where you have like the Table Mountain, the city, the plateau and the coast. You're going to, I don't know, Paarl, which is in the mainland. There you have like valleys of green hills and mountains with black stones and grey stones. And when you have like the sunset makes them yellowish, pinkish, I would say. I don't know how to describe it. It reminds me a lot of Dolomites in Italy. And what I like it was like the atmosphere, the colors, and yes, when you are there, you just want to stop and contemplate what you're seeing. And they got my heart, really. I took some pictures, as you can see, but they cannot get what I was seeing and what I was feeling when I was there, because it's not easy to get like the emotion and the atmosphere with a camera. But yeah, landscapes is, I think, one of the most beautiful things of South Africa, and also one of the most beautiful things I've seen lately in my life. Nature. Nature is different from landscapes, because landscapes is what you see from afar and when you look at the horizon and you say just wow. But when you travel and look around yourself and see like trees and animals, this is something different and you feel like you're part of a living world. Because in Europe, it's very hard to spot savage beasts when you drive your car, I don't know, in Germany, in Italy, in France. Instead, in South Africa, when you drive your car, you can see baboons, or you can see kudos, which are antelopes. And there are places where you can see penguins. There are penguins in South Africa, penguins. They are beautiful, and they are so cute. Really, they are so funny, so funny. I would have spent one day just looking at them because they are really funny. And also baboons. We've seen a baboon trying to eat like chickens from a KFC bucket. And it was hilarious, and he was very also, yeah, he was pretty upset because the bucket was empty and some people was annoying him. So yeah, I get it turns to be aggressive, but it was funny. So this was something that I really liked. The fact that you can see a living nature around yourself when you're driving, when you're doing stuff. It's not like you're living in a dead country, in a dead world, where you can just see cars, houses and people. And it's wonderful. Really, you feel more you're part of something bigger than your town, I would say. Climate and weather. Climate and weather in South Africa is something beautiful. I would say beautiful, I cannot say other words. Maybe it's because I'm Italian and from a Mediterranean country. Because the weather is very Mediterranean. When I was there, I was feeling home because it was hot, but not super hot. And it was dry, but not too dry. It was like being in southern Italy. Okay, I'm from northern Italy, so it's different. But when I was there, I was feeling like I was on holiday in southern Italy. I was feeling home in a way. And this is why I think I also love that country. Maybe people from other countries like, I don't know, northern countries or the UK, where you have very changeable weather, you feel less the power of the sun. I don't know, I'm just presuming, maybe you're not, maybe you're feeling very strong. But for me, the sun is important, is essential for my life. And being there in South Africa, I was feeling new because of this wonderful weather. There was no clouds in the sky. The sky was blue. The colors that the weathers create and how it impacts people and people's behavior is like being in the Mediterranean Sea. So I was feeling home. People in South Africa are really nice, really wonderful. But I would say this is because I was in Western Cape. I know I talk with people who have been to different parts of South Africa and they have different experience than me. I have really good one. I always met people very helpful and who was super keen to help me with my issues in South Africa. If I had any problem, they were very kind to help me. From the hotel to the shops, wherever I've been, they were very helpful. But of course, I was a tourist, I was a traveler in their country, so it's not the same as living there. But I felt at home, which is essential, which is important when you travel, to feel at home. And if you travel in a place which is far away from home and you feel at home, this is super important. So I'm very glad that South African people are like this, are welcoming. No matter the color of their skin, they are welcoming. They are smiley, they are nice. And it's something you couldn't even find in Europe. And it's something that I really liked and I really keep in my heart. Food. Food in South Africa is great. Okay, a lot of Italian friends of mine asked me, how's the food in South Africa? Because they were worried that when you go abroad in another country far away from Europe, even worse, they're worried that the food is not good and I have problem eating. But no, trust me guys, the food in South Africa is great. Okay, if you are vegetarian, you will have a lot of problems finding food because the main food is meat. So you can have like beef, lamb, chicken, pork, whatever you want, you can have it. And it's great, just grilled, perfect. And then they have their specials, which are the antelopes, so they have the springbok and the kudu, which are, wow. It's sort of like a reindeer. Here are some pictures of what I've eaten. I didn't take pictures for everything, but you can have an idea. And it was really good, really good. And together with the food, there was a beer which I loved, which was the Jack Black. The Jack Black is the new level of best beer for myself. I really loved it. And I'm suffering now because it's really impossible to find it in Europe. But I will find a way to have one. I would spend even £10 for one bottle because it's wonderful. When we were there talking about food, we spent a lot of nights in the same restaurant because it was close to our hotel and because the people in the restaurant were great. And this restaurant is the Kettle Barrett. If you are going to Cape Town, if you're going to Paarl, because it's in Paarl, make sure you're going to Kettle Barrett. They are great, they are amazing people. And the food is great and they have the Jack Black, which is the beer. It's not just a beer, it's the beer. Food in South Africa is great, and when you eat there, you feel like you are home again. So this is it, this is the end. And at the very end, discussing all these topics, all this reason why I love South Africa, I'm realizing that I love South Africa because I was feeling home. And feeling home is very important. It's the first thing that you look for when you are traveling somewhere. If you feel home, you don't miss your home, your house, your stuff, and you just want to enjoy where you are. And I think that South Africa can deliver this. South Africa really deliver. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video until now. And if you have something to say to me, I'm very open to reply to all your questions or your comments on the box below here. And if you like this video, of course, just like it. I would really appreciate that. And if you have any feedback, just tell it to me because I want to improve and I'm open to feedbacks too. So thank you so much. See you next time.